Hey friends, do we need a theory of everything, a string theory for how to gain expertise at work? In 1994, physicists created string theory as an effort to harmonize our understanding of the very, very small, quantum mechanics, with the extremely large, as explained in general relativity. At the same time, Dr. Anders Ericsson was working on a theory around human performance and learning, which became known as the 10,000 hours theory. And 15 years later, Malcolm Gladwell popularized this in a great book, Outliers. And since then, parents, coaches, and teachers have been talking about dedicated focus, dedicated practice, just put in the hours and that's how you gain expertise. It's become so ubiquitous, there's even a country pop song called 10,000 Hours. And then last year, this happened. Range by David Epstein. And in Range, he offers a lot of evidence that moving from different career areas, focusing on different domains is really, really useful. There's a lot of evidence that this provides value in the middle to the end of your career, and it unlocks your creativity. In one of the pinnacle moments in the book, he's at the Pat Tillman Foundation speaking to veterans. If you recall, Pat Tillman was the NFL player who left and joined the U.S. Army and became a Ranger. And the Tillman Foundation helps veterans and their spouses with education opportunities. And he's speaking to them, and afterwards, many people came up and said, hey, we've been concerned that we're changing careers, that we don't have the kind of progression, that linear progression that we think that you want to see on LinkedIn. And he said, it's odd to me because I think that's a strength of yours, and you're viewing it as a liability. And that resonated with me. So I have two thoughts about the whole approach on Range. Number one, there's a projected shortage of cybersecurity personnel over the next few years, and this is one of the ways of solving that. We can actively recruit people from HR, finance, legal, the arts and humanities, and bring them into cybersecurity. Their ideas and creativity from other realms will absolutely help us solve problems in cybersecurity in a way that maybe we're not thinking about. My second thought is, can we create essentially an exchange program where you temporarily move someone inside of your company into a role so that you can both share? In other words, create a structure where the 10,000 hours comes into play. So some training and tasks and maybe even gameplay, and then move somebody. So let's say you take a DevOps engineer and for 4 weeks you move them into security operations. And now you're melding these two ideas of deep learning, but also domain expertise from another area. And then vice versa. Maybe it's an opportunity to move somebody who's in HR or legal or finance who is interested in cybersecurity and wants to gain some expertise. And the trade-off there is you gain visibility into how they think about the world. So those are my two thoughts on Range and how we can make the most of it. Would love to hear how you guys are thinking about this. Stay safe out there. Hit me up below.